You know, this is the 100th episode of the show.
Is it really?
Yeah, 100 episodes.
Does
Wow.
your prison friend still listen?
Oh yeah, this is a movie I saw with him in
We've
San
been going
Francisco.
long enough that he's out of jail.
He's even
went-
out. He still listens
now.
even when he's got like things to do.
He listens at work.
Oh hell yeah!
So episode 100
ya.
for episode 100.
Mike.
I want
Shout out to Mike.
shout out to Mike Thomas. You know, me and him, we were in San Francisco. We saw this movie play at the beautiful Castro Theater. And like I
For
was
real?
saying,
Wow.
we were in the gay town, the gay part of the city, just two
Well,
guys.
Two
where-
guys going
Honestly,
to the gay
William,
part of the
wherever you at is the gay part of town.
city. Yeah.
And we love this movie.
That's
This is
really
one.
funny.
This is one of the best horror movies of the last 20 years. Bubba Ho-Tep, 2005. Don Cascarelli. You got Bruce Campbell. You got Ossie Davis. You got a mummy. This movie is just like, it's just like putting on a warm, cozy sweater. I mean, you put this movie on, you're having a good time. You're hearing some amazing dialogue. That's the one thing you can't
Insane.
deny.
Yeah.
Beautiful dialogue. We got Elvis Presley, and he has switched bodies with a Elvis impersonator, and now he's in an old folks home, and he has regrets. You know, he's a gunslinger at the end of his life. He's like True Grit. He's like the wrestler.
Yeah,
He's got-
there's a lot of VO reflection from him talking about he fucked his life up. And he's saying like for real stuff. Like I just saw the Elvis movie, so I know about this Colonel Parker guy. He's talking about him, he's talking about Priscilla. He's talking as if he's Elvis. And everybody's treating him like he's not, like he's just a crazy old guy who thinks he's Elvis.
Yeah.
yeah. It's based on a book. It's like, I think it was based on a short story book of like stories of Elvis. So it's like a science fiction, fan fiction kind of funny riff. Like, what if Elvis like switched bodies with an Elvis impersonator and then was in an old folks home and fought a mummy?
Yeah, I like the idea too that he switches places with the Elvis impersonator and lets that dude become famous. And then since being Elvis is the only thing he knows how to do, he then becomes an Elvis impersonator.
Yes.
So he's Elvis as an Elvis impersonator.
Whoa.
It's like it just like an endless loop.
That would be a crazy. Yeah.
But then even when they show the scene where Bruce Campbell goes into or when Elvis goes in to swap with the guy, Bruce Campbell is the impersonator in the flashback.
Yes. And it's very funny. He's
He's got
Very
jelly on
excited.
his sand food on his face all over
yeah,
his
he's
face.
not acting like Elvis.
well, he's a nerd.
He's
yeah,
like
he's
a
like acting
fanboy.
like another guy in that scene where he's like playing two parts at the same
The
time.
cool thing about
Yeah.
this movie is that it plays it sincere, and we're never really sure if it's Elvis or if it's not Elvis. And there's nothing to, other than the absolute absurdity of the concept, there's nothing else to really sway you one way or the other. But it could be
Yeah.
Elvis. It could be the real Elvis. We don't know. Anyway, Elvis is living at this old folks home, and it's in Texas. And there's a couple of kooky characters. There's like a Lone Ranger,
Yeah, who is
guy.
that old guy?
still Lone Ranger. It seems to be made, this old folks home seems to be made up exclusively of forgotten people of the past,
Yeah.
which is how most old folks homes are when you think about it. They're
Well, I mean,
forgotten.
they did just make another new Elvis movie. I don't think people forgot about him that much.
No, I'm saying like all the people in old folks homes are forgotten. You know, they're just left
Yeah.
behind by their family. Like in LA, there's like a famous old folks home that like the Three Stooges would stay at, or like you could see Mo and like I forget who it was, like
That's tragic.
some guy who hosted like fucking America's Funniest Home Videos. Like he met Mo when he was a teenager, called him up and like
Tom
interviewed him.
Bergeron.
Yeah, I think it was him. I think I saw that in Howard
Yes.
Stern. Or
He's a
that's like
pretty
some shit.
professional
That's like
host of
some
the show.
shit, you know, Judd Apatow would do when he was a kid. Like, I'm gonna call up you know, fucking the Marx Brothers and hang out with them, hang out with Groucho Marx, you know.
It's like people having to do cameos when they're retired from being in movies and stuff.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Just like, hey. But today we have too many of those people, you know?
Yeah.
There's
I'm
too
gonna
many.
call up-
There's
Who are you gonna name?
well, my favorite is Michael Bean. He's my favorite cameo artist.
Mr. Bean? That dude's a lead, dude. Have you not seen
That's
Bean
his
versus
full
B?
name.
Man versus B?
That was a TV show, right?
It was a Netflix, like 6-minute episodes.
Man
Oh,
versus
okay.
Bean.
Man versus B. It should have been Man versus Bean.
It was
No, it's
Mr.
Man
B-
versus B.
It's like Mr. Bean fighting a bee, right? That was
Yeah,
full...
he's house sitting.
Oh,
He's like a
nice.
house sitter, and he just destroys this rich person's house trying to swat at a bee
That sounds good.
for about 10
Sounds
episodes.
like a lot of fun.
For about 10, it's great.
That's a
I don't-
cool story because it's like, you know, Looney Tunes. It's like you got Mr. Bean and you got a bee, and man, wackiness ensues.
Some funny noises, and he does call his daughter throughout the whole thing. Who was Elvis's roommate, bunkmate? Who was that guy supposed to be? Was he supposed? If we're looking at wacky, forgotten people, did they?
Oh, yeah.
Was he a character?
No,
I just saw him as an old
has
guy,
a
right?
heart attack immediately.
the guy with the purple
dies.
heart.
Yeah, and the hot daughter
Yeah. So this old
who
man
never
dies.
comes back into the movie.
She. Well, why would she come back?
What's the
Yeah, I
point?
don't know.
What's the point of that part?
What's the point?
Two-
Are you joking?
Him thinking about his own life and his own daughter and how
Right.
how he was as a father and all of his regrets.
Yeah,
And
this movie is
he-
like about like super old.
She never
People.
came and visited him.
Like the
Yeah.
age of this this it's a very old protagonist. It should be a good double feature with straight story.
Absolutely.
Super
This is an
almost on death, guys.
old man movies. I was thinking about it. Old man movies are similar to another genre, the last ride movies. That's where like we're going on one more. We got one more
Yeah.
ride.
Last
you know?
Mission.
One last mission, you know. Hey,
The death
John
rattle.
Wick is an old man movie, basically.
This podcast should be called Old Man Movie
we're aging
instead of Men on
in real
Film.
time.
Okay.
This is an
Old
art
man
project.
movie.
This is an
Yeah.
art
Yeah.
project. You're
This is-
watching people
At the end of
age.
the day, that's all that this is going to be to us.
Yeah,
when we
who
look
made
back,
the-
just documenting our slow
our demise.
death.
Documenting
Yeah.
Adam's life slowly falling up. He's going from a big house to a patio to a small room to the shed to the.
To the old
gonna be
folks
under-
home.
He's gonna be under a bridge, and then
looking
he's gonna be
older
in an
and
old
older.
folks home.
Yeah.
We will probably podcast into our senior
Oh.
years.
Yeah,
I'll
totally.
go if I'm alive
Just don't sell the mic.
mentally.
Hello, how are you? Today we watched
How do I get this on?
John Wick 12. That's a future movie.
Will you guys shut up? I'm trying to do a serious podcast here, and you're derailing it.
Yeah.
I'm
going on too many
William.
tangents.
I've got a growth on my. You and this growth on my dick are going on too many tangents.
The growth on his dick is a great way to start this movie because it's funny
yeah.
and it's dramatic. It's like, hey, I'm Elvis. I got a growth on my dick. He basically has cancer. It's revealed in the movie that Elvis has cancer. He goes,
On
I
his
got
dingus.
cancer. He goes, I got cancer. They won't tell me. And it's like, I guess that's the growth on his dick. And he's also
has to be.
impotent.
Dick cancer.
Yeah, he has, and also he has no, and that's like the perfect kind of element of this film because it's like funny, but it's real.
And it's real funny.
It's like this guy,
Yeah.
he can't get hard. And through the adventures of this film, he gets hard. It's like this guy,
He's getting his groove back.
it's how Elvis got his groove back, you know, and he gets hard when he sees that lady, or actually when that woman bends
No,
over
when he,
and
No,
he
he's getting-
doesn't get hard. And that's when he's
No.
very disturbed. That's
but when
his
he,
low point.
Yeah. His low point is he didn't get boned up by some kid.
By some woman with no ass. We can be
Yeah.
frank.
Yeah.
This is I
Which
mean,
one?
she's a pretty woman, but when she bends over, she just has nothing back there.
I mean, she had incredibly short shorts for a movie. I feel like
I believe it
I
was.
feel
a
like you're
skirt.
seeing a lot, but I didn't
It was
get
a
the
full-ass
impression that she didn't
skirt.
have. She had no ass.
Well, you just thought that it was shorts because it was so flat and her underwear matched the thing because it was a skirt.
Mm,
It's flat, bruh.
You're making a lot
The
of
problem,
sense, Ryan.
I think
It's
here's
flat,
what happened
bruh.
with this movie is that
Okay, okay.
Adam is low energy and the movie is kind of low energy, and then it's like the wavelengths are off. Adam needs a fast movie. He needs like a Jackie Chan excitement.
I thought the first
Fast,
20 minutes of this were
furious.
pretty slow, honestly. I was like, let's get this thing going. I didn't the bug stuff. Also, there's a lot of gross old person shit in this movie. And there's like it's the kind of movie where like people are like going like and they like really juice it up and make it like wet sounding and stuff.
That's what I love. This movie cost $500,000. It's shot on film. It has amazing performances. What this movie is pure creativity. The screenplay is so good. You
It
just
truly
don't,
is fun.
Don't make this about me, my opinion about it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's good to have a contrast because this movie, they don't have the money to
Vilifying
make
me.
things like super exciting, tons of action. Like,
I didn't know it was Don Coscarelli at the beginning.
so you didn't know you were supposed to like it.
I didn't know I was a guy I liked before, like an older guy. I thought it was like a younger type of genre, indie genre filmmaker.
Why does any of that
That made
matter?
like
You
a
watched
Shudder
it.
movie and then this or something like that. Like
It could be a 12-year-old kid in school that made this movie. I'd watch it and be like, damn, this is good.
That's because you're pure of heart, Ryan. And Adam, unfortunately, has failed the pure of heart test. He has shown his true colors to be pure evil. And
maybe I'm just too mature. Little
No, you literally just
Little
said you
mature.
didn't like the movie until you found out that somebody you liked was attached to it, and then you're like, "Oh wait,
no,
oh,
I
do
did
like
not. I actually did not really like this movie that much. But okay. So I'm saying, but I was surprised
it's so
because I
funny
like this
how
guy's other movies I've seen of this guy's.
I just know you two guys so well that I knew Ryan was going to love this
That's
movie.
so funny.
And I knew Adam wasn't going to like it. And it's just so funny the way I'm
It's so funny.
pulling the strings like a Machiavellian puppeteer.
Well, when you only have two friends, it's pretty easy to
You're just
to
like
keep track of how they act.
while you only have two friends,
And
you're
you-
also thinking
and
yourself
here's-
of the
and then-
Machiavellian
yeah.
puppeteer.
And then William goes, I knew you guys. So Ryan doesn't like these rape movies. It's like two things you found out in the last 3 years about us. It took you 3 years to find out what
You're thinking of
movies we
yourself
like.
as the puppet master because you make him watch rape movies and shit.
A win is a win, people. A win is a win.
It's
As long
true.
as I get the W on the board.
What
Well,
game
we're
are you
not
playing?
we're not getting W's, that's for sure.
I ain't playing no games.
Here's the thing about Adam. Adam doesn't like dialogue. He doesn't like people. He doesn't like to pay attention to dialogue. He goes on flights of fancy, and that's okay. That's his
we
style.
talk about that. Yes.
He likes a more visceral film, a more
Fast,
Just-
and
I
furious.
didn't really like this movie's grossness and this kind of like corniness and stuff like that. I didn't find it like charming.
There was
really,
some.
but,
What was
you know,
the thing
what are you
you
gonna do?
you said in the Battle Royale episode? About Adam. That was correct. How they act when they're over dramatic. What is that?
melodramatic.
Melodrama.
But this movie isn't.
Melodramatic melodrama. Yeah.
I wouldn't call this
It
a
isn't.
melodrama.
But it's Bruce Campbell though. He does that. Bruce Campbell does his own. He's got his own little thing, and I fucking love it. I forget how good he is as a
Yeah, he's
lead.
good. Yeah,
It's so
sure.
fun when he's the Elvis impersonator and he's so excited when Elvis comes in. It's so
Oh my
fucking
god,
fun.
his eyes. You can see it in his eyes. His eyes just like wide pop open. It's
He's
like
a
you just
funny,
got,
he's funny because
your
he's like
dog hasn't
handsome in a
seen
funny
yet.
way, and then he's also good at looking stupid.
and he's also not like it's like non-threatening performances. 'Cause it's like, all right, this guy's not gonna win a fucking Oscar about it. Like
Sure.
he's got his own
Good
specific
as Elvis.
niche.
Like when
Bruce
he's wearing the
Campbell.
glasses, I think like it
He's
feels like
good.
it is him.
Yeah.
But why?
He's
how
a good
come-
actor.
So there's another guy in the thing, like we talked about JFK, and it's Ozzie Davis, this old black guy. Who
Yeah,
doesn't
That
he's
shit
sound
is
like
so
JFK.
fucking funny, dude.
He's not
That is
doing like an
so
impression
funny.
or anything. But I
No,
actually
he's-
think it's that I didn't think was Why?
I think that was
Why does he
hilarious.
not have a voice? So it made me think that Bruce Campbell was clearly not Elvis.
Well, that's
He's
the
like an
beauty of
Elvis
the movie. Is that's
impersonator.
the fun of it. Is that like
Yeah, I get it.
the
But
concept is ridiculous, and Ossie Davis is obviously not JFK. I mean, there's no certainty.
But you go
No
into
one-
his room, he's
there's
got a
no-
blue carpet. He's got
Yes,
his room. He's got all the fucking.
He's got
his
the candy
phone-
bars.
The scene when he calls him, yeah, the candy bar. The scene when he calls him, and it's a red phone, and he picks it up, and he's like, "Yes, Mr. President." That shit is a funny. Like it was so well done because I'm like, okay, these guys believe that they're these guys.
That's all they're all they got. He's the only one who will listen to him.
yeah,
And then,
But
and
he
there's
starts,
the nurse.
Elvis coming
He's
around
cool.
though. Sebastian starts coming around. Him maybe being J. Yeah, I think he actually at the end of it believes he was JFK.
They took out his brain and they replaced it with a bag of sand, and then they dyed him black.
And then they dyed him black. And he
That'd
goes,
be a pretty funny thing
hey,
to happen to
Jay-
JFK, actually.
Mr. President, one last thing. Marilyn Monroe, how
Oh,
was she
yeah.
in the sack? And he goes, what does he say?
He's like,
he
I
goes,
can't talk
that's
about
classified
that.
information.
Yeah.
But oh boy. Zzz, and then he just does a hard turn on his electric chair.
Love this.
Wheelchair. God damn.
It's
Love it
fun.
when they go into the bathroom and they read the hieroglyphics.
And then there's a
It's-
whole fucking chunk of the movie where why was the mommy in the bathroom? And they're like, well, he's eating souls, so he's got to shit out souls.
Yes.
They just walk you through like the things. Yeah, and you're in there shitting souls out every night. You just want to go to the visitor's toilet because you want some privacy. And you get bored. So of course he's gonna write on the
The mummy sucks souls out of people's assholes,
That's-
It's pretty rude.
but they're like the
And- but
souls
then
are
at the
small.
end, when you see him do it, you
Yeah.
see him throw and flip a guy over. Then he's
Oh yeah, he's like
any major orifice can work, but
They
he's doing
store-
the asshole.
yeah,
He's
Eats
sucking
ass.
souls out of the butt.
he sucks ass.
This movie made me feel like all Bruce Campbell movies like this are connected. Like it's like one of those multiverse things where this could also be Evil Dead. This could be the same character
Mhm.
from Evil Dead.
Well, I haven't watched the show, but an
new
old
one,
Ash, old Ash, Ash's last ride, that'd be a cool concept for Evil Dead. He's getting up there, but like,
I
Yeah,
think
this
that
is-
is what the show is. Yeah.
yeah, we never talked about the hieroglyphic. It said Cleopatra does the nasty, which is so funny. I love it when you see Bubba Ho-Tep's flashback and he gets like killed. It's a cool little flashback. scene.
Yeah. How is he getting? He's getting like lobotomized.
Yeah. You see how they made the mummy? Yeah. So there's a whole convoluted storyline about like Bubba Ho-Tep was discovered, his tomb was discovered, then it went on tour, and then someone like stole him, and then he fell off a
Stole the
truck
bus.
into
Yeah,
a
stole
river.
The bus. He stole the bus he was in, and when they stole it, though, an infamously dangerous storm in Texas hit, and so they crashed it into the river, which happened to be right behind in the creek behind the nursing home. It's insane.
So
Because they're like,
like,
how the heck did a mummy get all the way from Egypt to here or wherever? Every little hole in the plot, they verbally tie
Explain.
together. Yeah. Why was he shitting? Why was the thing right on the stall? Why was he shitting? What happened to your JFK? Oh, your JFK. Well, what happened to this?
this is such a brilliant movie because like
It's great.
they do so many things right. One is they take everything nice and slow. They establish things very slowly, so they can easily, keep adding bricks on the storyline and make it more and more elaborate. And then the other thing they do is they just make Bruce Campbell as Elvis into such a real character, into such a real person. And
I would watch the movie of just that.
so there was
of an impersonator swapping with like a melodrama or like a dramatic Elvis movie where it's that literally him sitting in a nursing home contemplating all this shit. I mean, it wouldn't be as good, but
well, there was a proposed sequel to this movie. For years, they tried to get made. And I actually worked on a Don Cascarelli movie called John Dies at the End. And it was like my first.
I like that. I like that book too.
It's my first job in Hollywood ever working on a movie. And like, I was doing visual effects for Don, and I just had to ask him. I was like, "So, are they ever going to make a Bubba Ho-Tep 2?" And he's like, "Oh, well, Bruce didn't seem to be interested." And so the concept with the sequel was going to be a prequel, and it was going to be something like Bubba Ho-Tep fights like Chinese zombies or something. But like, I could see that
can't.
not working. It's
Yeah, you
like
can't.
this movie is like it's like a souffle or something very delicate. It's
Everything is wrapped up. Everything gets wrapped up. Yes.
we don't want to know if this is the real Elvis. We don't want to know what this guy was like 20 years ago. We don't want to know if that was the real JFK. It's all about the mystery, and
I don't need to know. Why is this mommy wearing cowboy boots and a weird pimp hat? Why is this? And did you see his t-shirt? He was wearing a Guy Fieri flame t-shirt, but it was all ripped off at the shoulders, but it was just those bright red flames on a black. So like, who was this? Why was it wearing? Was that what I think it was what the robbers
took over
were wearing when he stole.
Yeah, he takes over the body. So he shifts, right?
No, he's just stealing clothes.
He just took their
Getting
clothes. And I
dressed?
think, well, because
Yes.
he's
in the
did.
South.
Yeah.
He's in Texas.
That's what
so
I'm
this
saying.
is
But
how
they
he
never,
dressed.
and he's wearing cowboy boots that looked pretty feminine. They were like white and bedazzled. And then
He's a
it
thin
just
man.
nothing matched.
Bubba Ho-Tep is a man of slight frame. He's not very thick.
He was literally a skeleton, dude.
He was, it's
Sucking ass.
interesting.
That's what happens when you only eat ass. You're gonna lose
That's
some weight.
right.
You're gonna lose some weight.
Not a lot of calories. Yeah, it's interesting. I thought how the mummy is also in a costume. You know what I mean? It's like a guy. Bruce Campbell's like a guy playing Elvis.
Yeah. So like, was the
Mummy's
mommy
playing
trying
a
to fit in?
cowboy.
Yeah, was he like?
That's why it's
trying
called
to-
Bubba Ho-Tep, because I guess Bubba is a
This is how the
phrase
movie.
for the cowboy guy,
This
which
is
is
when
not really true. It's like I think they're thinking of dude.
No, Bubba is like.
Well, they
Bubba
say it's
Gump.
like a redneck, a Southern guy.
Yeah, it's like Bubba.
Yeah, but that's not a
Bubba
cowboy.
Shrimp. It didn't say cowboy.
He's just wearing a cowboy hat, cowboy boots.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that doesn't indicate that he's a cowboy.
He's not riding
No,
a horse.
It just said like redneck, trailer park resident, which
Right.
I thought was a funny, very PC way to start the film. Then we're about watching this dude get his soul sucked out of his ass.
Yeah. What about the bugs? The
Love
bug
'em.
scenes.
Love the
the
bug
scarabs.
scenes. Love them. They're so funny.
Scarabs. Yeah, they're scarabs.
I like the
What about the old lady
fucking
stealing
lady.
the glasses?
Yeah, the lady. Well, she just let that sucker fuck it. Dude.
Well, first
my
she
God.
steals the glasses.
Everybody is a character, and they get their own little backstory. Like the coroners that come in from the funeral home, they have like a
Yes.
little cameo every other scene.
They drop the body.
But yes, the old lady, she just walks over and what does she steal first? She steals like two things, and then
She steals glasses and she steals a present filled with cookies.
that old lady in the iron lung.
Yes.
That old lady, that helpless old lady. And also, why do they got this lady just in the hallway in an iron lung? And she walks over, and why does she need glasses if she's just laying in an iron lung?
Same prescription and everything perfectly works.
And she
takes
just
those
walks
glasses.
over, and the lady's just like, "What the fuck are you?" And she just pulls them off the body. That's when I knew I was gonna really love this movie.
And then she
And then
gets
she
it.
steals
She gets
the cookies
killed.
or whatever.
She gets the scarab kills her, and the scarab
Yeah,
is
She does
very
not even
funny.
move the blankets though.
I don't. I wish that the scarab looked like
Oh my
I
god.
didn't really find it
What?
charming how obviously fake and stuff it was.
That's the Bruce Campbell
Again,
thing. It wouldn't be
it's the
charming if
charm.
it wouldn't be charming if Bruce Campbell wasn't in it. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
He just adds to the aesthetic, or it's like
Sure. That's like the perfect casting, except for imagine if Elvis was still alive and he didn't die, and then he was really old and playing himself.
no, Elvis was a shitty actor.
Oh,
Was he? He
Yeah.
was pretty good in that Baz Luhrmann movie I just saw.
Well, they're bad movies, so.
Jailhouse Rock is pretty good.
Never saw
Oh,
that.
that's an
I mean,
award-winning
Elvis.
one.
Yeah, I don't.
If you're gonna see one Elvis
Elvis.
movie, Jailhouse Rock is good. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas is good mainly for Anne Margaret, but the best Elvis movie is like Elvis on Tour or something. I think it came out after he died. that shit is the craziest fucking movie.
It's like
He's
a behind
so
the
high.
scenes, or
He's just so high, and like the thing they didn't get right in the Baz Luhrmann movie is like they make everything so glitz and glamorous. Like when you see the real funky,
yeah, he died on a fucking toilet, bro. It's not that.
I wanted to see that scene for all
You
the
know-
swoops and angles that Boz would get on that.
Oh, I did like how in this movie, sorry, William, to cut off your thing, but he was peeing in the bedpan and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
or he was gonna, but this is how he survived the scarab attack, is because he's like, nah, I ain't gonna let no. He said something that was clearly a nod to the shit.
well, he's like he doesn't want
he's
to
like,
die.
I ain't gonna be dying shitting in no bedpan. And then
Oh,
he gets
nice.
up.
Oh, he
Yeah.
also, yeah, he says he
And it's like, ooh,
references
but
the turkey
kinda
peanut
did.
butter sandwich.
Yeah, what was
at one
that?
point. That's what he ate.
What he was
Or-
eating?
before
What,
he-
it was on the floor.
No, that was
or
like
whatever?
his favorite sandwich or something. I don't think it.
banana
affiliated
peanut
with his
butter.
death. Banana. Oh, was
Yes.
it banana? I thought it was turkey.
Yeah, peanut butter and banana.
You and
That
fried.
is really good, honestly.
It is
yeah.
good.
So, well, I mean, all the legends
one
of
of
the
those
dead
right now.
Elvis are true in this world. It's that it just wasn't really Elvis.
There is
Yeah,
like a
that's why- who's his
mythology
daughter? What's
around,
his daughter's name?
Post
Lisa
Elvis's
Marie.
death.
That scene when
This
he
movie
like
taps into.
yeah, he like fantasizes about his daughter, and it just does. That would have been fucking really funny if they could have somehow got
Michael Jackson.
actually Lisa Marie Presley. Yeah, but Michael Jackson was the fucking zombie.
Well, there's
know
a
who
part
would-
where they reference his actual Elvis movies, but you never actually see Elvis in the shots.
yeah,
of the
they
movie.
can't afford any of the
Yeah.
clips.
No, and it was just
But,
the 24-hour marathon.
You know who'd be really good in this movie, like in a higher budget version, would be like Nicolas Cage.
Mhm.
Yes.
He would destroy this movie. He would. This is the kind of movie
Yeah, that
Nicolas
would be
Cage would
great.
be in now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's kind of his own Bruce Campbell.
You know, they shouldn't be following the mummy in Bubba Ho-Tep 2. They should be following the Elvis guy. The guy
Well,
said
that's
that
what they
he
were
was
saying.
following the mummy.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Because the movie's
director
called the
told you.
movie's
It was gonna-
based
it was
on
gonna
the
be a-
mummy.
It was going to be a prequel about Elvis fighting like Chinese zombies.
Oh,
Which
okay.
doesn't-
I
you
thought
did
meant
say
the
you-
mummy
No,
fighting
no.
Chinese
He was gonna.
zombies.
So I'm just saying,
Which
like
doesn't
the
make
whole
sense because this is the first mummy that he saw. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't make that.
exactly. I don't want to see him in the past having like supernatural experiences.
No
Yes.
Ninja Turtles 3 stuff. Turtles in
I don't-
Time, the one where they go back to
Oh, that game is sick, though.
samurai times.
It is a sick video game.
Yeah,
That's the best one, and the best
They had such good
costumes.
Turtles
Samurai
games.
Turtles. Those are the best toys. The coolest fucking costumes. One of them. That, and then the fake mustache and the trench coat and the hat.
Mm.
I love the Ninja Turtles when they wear human clothes and they just put that bald guy mask on and they just walk around with their green fingers and hands, and feet just sticking out.
They do turtle time.
Dude, a Bubba Ho-Tep Elvis meets Ninja Turtles sequel would be actually really good. That's the kind of
Mhm.
thing I would like to see.
I'll tell you that new Ninja Turtle animated movie is freaking dope as hell. If you haven't watched it yet,
This is
It's on my watch list,
big
buddy.
news you're dropping.
But yeah, so
big news, baby.
I love how this
New
movie is just about.
TMNT.
It's like he wants to get a boner. He gets a boner. He fights a
Because of
He
life.
scarab.
goes on a great adventure.
Yeah, he fights a scarab. He kills the scarab. The scarabs are a great, fun, charming little monster.
When he talks to
Hilarious.
the administration the next day, that shit is funny as hell. Oh yeah, then he goes over
That
and
was Reggie from
he finds
Phantasm.
JFK flipped over on his stomach,
Yes.
planking, and that's when the whole. Because I was like, why?
First guy to
Until they explained how he sucked souls out of the ass. I was like, why the hell is he just like face down on the on the damn floor? Because he can only get you when you're sleeping, right?
I think so.
Is that
You have
the
to be.
thing?
You have to be vulnerable. I mean, if you're just
Yeah.
laying there and you're dying and you're old, it's probably pretty easy.
Basically sleeping.
Yeah,
Well,
he
they
moves
said
pretty
that's
slow.
that's why he would just walk by him when they were awake.
Yeah. No one
In the
really
book,
cares about these people.
In the book, what's
Sad.
the name of his book? This where he
The
got all of
supernatural
his
book.
yeah, and it just specifically had like 4 pages about a mummy sucking souls at the ass, or like it's fucking beautiful, beautiful artwork.
Mm. It's
I love
sad
his-
when you're at a stage in your life where the only person to visit you is the mummy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's the like the sad irony of this.
I don't know. Speaking of,
They want their families to visit them before they die. Like the daughter who comes and cleans out her dad's thing, and she never visited him once.
Mhm.
Who does? The mummy.
Well,
Brendan
death,
Fraser.
Death
Yeah.
will come for you.
And
Yeah, death is
Brendan
fine.
Fraser from the mummy.
Well, death is I mean, it's like you put people in the old folks' home and then death comes for them. But the thing they don't really get into this movie is that old folks are annoying and we don't want to visit them because
And gross.
they're old and crazy and they like
Don't
shout
forget
and
about gross.
they have all sorts of problems. Yeah, they smell like
Well,
pee.
so this nursing home is specifically a crazy home too.
They remind you of your own mortality.
This was like a specific, like
good.
everyone had delusions. So it was like a
Yeah.
specific. This was not. I worked at a nursing home for like 4 years in high school, or it was a
Yeah.
retirement community.
They're not charming like, hey, I used to be JFK, you know, I have a little office like
He had a full ass blue rug. Like how? Did
I have
he
a little
such
I have a little
specific
oval
room?
office themed bedroom. It's more like they're just calling you obscenities and flinging their shit across the room
Yeah.
and crying, laying on the floor and like banging tables. And the other thing is they have a
I
lot of
would hang
sex.
out. I would hang out with the old black dude if he was like, "I'm JFK, man," and I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, let's hang out all day."
Like,
What the hell?
that sounds cool to me.
Go on. Okay, so bag of sand, you say?
Yeah.
One thing I think about a lot is like, am I going to be playing video games when I'm that old? And I
Definitely.
probably
You can't.
will.
That's
You
the
can't,
perfect time
man.
to
You
play
won't
video
be able
games.
to.
I've always
Physically.
been like, if I make it to like an old age like that, where I'm kind of
When you have arthritis and
Invalid.
joint pain, you're gonna
You're
play.
retired.
well, they could develop like controllers by this time for the
VR,
elderly.
yeah,
that are-
VR. It's probably thought. You just put
eye-based.
like a sticky thing on your temple, and then you just
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
John
yeah.
Carpenter,
These are the
him
people
and
who
his
should be gamers.
John Carpenter, he's like 80 years old. Him and his son, they just play video games for like 3 or 4 hours in the morning. Then they go and jam on music in the
How
afternoon.
old is his son?
Son's like in his 40s or 50s or
Oh,
I was
Whatever.
like, why? Yeah,
trying to
why
think.
isn't his kid in
Kid doing
school? Like what?
and
also,
they
what
like
this guy's 40-year-old has like the sickest life ever.
yeah, and they just fucking they
He doesn't have
play
to work 'cause
music
He's John Carpenter's son.
and they get
They
jobs.
probably
you know?
hug, and his dad probably says he's proud of him and stuff. Damn, dude,
Yeah.
that's god dang.
After they
William.
finish playing video games,
Yeah, they
your
play.
dad
This is
hugs
like
you
my
on top of
dream,
it.
and then we poorly jam all day.
No, they
laugh.
jam really good. They do this. They're doing this.
I'm talking about me and
like
Kev. Me and my dad would play badly.
Halloween, the new Halloween movies, or they put out albums and they go on tour together and they just play video games.
Oh, they're
PS5 and
working.
Xbox.
This is like the dream father-son relationship. It sounds like.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm so mad at my dad for not being rich.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
If
You
I
don't
would've been
have to
born-
be
if-
rich to buy an Xbox.
To have fun. Yeah, you honestly do. $500, $600. That's a lot of money, buddy. That's some people's rent.
Get a credit card, bro.
Yeah, you can do it.
I got one in there. I got 2 of them, and they're maxed out.
What'd you use
'Cause
your
I bought-
stimulus on?
I
You should've
bought
bought an
4.
Xbox.
I bought 4 Xboxes. I
You
maxed
gotta
out.
think of
both
it like
already.
drugs. Like you're not. You can like not buy as many drugs because you have a new drug. The video games. You know what I mean?
I don't
That's
know if
drug
you
money.
understand what drugs are like, Adam. but
Yeah.
that
Video
doesn't
game is-
that doesn't cover it.
Kind of the ultimate
No.
drug.
What happens is I'm now drunk and high on drugs, and I get to play video games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is think of it like it's a drug purchase.
Have you ever played a video game?
All of
with
my
your
drugs
father?
are free. I get all my drugs for free right
Have
now.
you ever played a game with your father?
I tried to teach him Red Dead.
Yeah.
and he
it's
kind of
called-
thought it was cool, but he couldn't. You know.
One time I played.
yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
We're
One time I
we're still
played-
trying to
hold on.
teach Adam. We're trying to still teach Adam how to play Red Dead. So how's he trying to teach his dad?
Fuck
Booyah, bro.
Got
That's
him.
not true, people.
Shots
I'm really
fired.
good. I beat story mode. Come on.
So I played Mortal Kombat 2 with my stepfather. He was like, "Come on, show me how you play this." And I just destroyed him in Mortal Kombat 2. I knew all the moves and I did all the fatalities. And he got
you didn't go
he-
slow or anything.
he got so frustrated. He's like, "Well, it's not fair if you don't tell me how to do all that." And it's like, "Well, you got to learn, you know." Boom, 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 boom. I was just like,
He's trying
because
to
I played
bond.
it all the time when I was a kid. and I just like cut his head off and like threw him in the pit. And,
Yeah.
like threw him in the
Well, for
ceiling.
you, that
with
is
the
like good
spikes.
That
bonding,
was-
I feel like just letting you just
That was my favorite
destroy
thing about my parents
guy.
playing games when I was a kid like that. They would pick up like the Nintendo 64 controller or whatever, and they'd be like, okay, so what button does what? And I go, okay, Dad, there's 7 buttons. Hit them all until you figure out what they do. Like push one and see what it does. Like
yeah.
I go, Dad, I'm like 10, man. Why are you asking me how to
Stop
teach you
talking to me.
something? And then just wreck his ass and smash.
And then
Bros.
frustrated, a 10-year-old boy isn't able to teach them something. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
literally. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Like I'm from a
Parents
different generation.
Like think that they look at a controller and they're like they're afraid to do anything, or they're just like, I don't know that, I don't get it, I don't understand. Their brains don't like comprehend.
Well, also for us,
talking
every-
as a
stupid.
father. Adam's talking out of experience.
we saw every
Same with
button
that. That's what I
added
do.
to the controller over time. It was like a Nintendo, Super
That's true.
Nintendo, Nintendo.
We didn't have
64.
trigger. We didn't have triggers
Babies aren't like
growing
that.
up, and
Or like new kids are not like
bumpers.
like,
We
what
didn't
do I
have
do?
bumpers.
The new kids got to
I-
jump in the deep end. You know, you just got to throw them in the pool.
Yeah.
Like my mom does not know how to operate the television remote, and so she'll just sit and watch whatever, unless somebody can come in and
You should just put on
they're just
pornography and
"What's-"
make her watch it.
Leave
She's
her
just
a video.
sitting. She's
Chuck
just
the
sitting
remote.
on the couch. Like, can she not move? Is she like?
Oh,
in a
if she's
wheelchair?
down for the evening or something, like taking a load off.
Adam's
You
mom
ever
has
take a
no
load off and
arms.
then try to
has
put it back on?
no arms and no legs.
That's true. That's true.
She's like a
is she
racer head
is she an
baby.
oblong? One of the oblong
Yeah.
family.
No,
the,
Oh,
oblong,
man.
the Bowers.
appendages. Happy
So
to
what's
say.
what's the moral of the story? What do we learn about Bubba Ho-Tep? I mean, this is just, it's a guy, he gets his mojo back, right? He gets his boner back. He's going for one big last ride. He defeats the mummy.
Life
You
ain't
think
over
you're
till
old.
it's over, y'all.
Yeah, you think you're old and that you're just in the past, and then a big adventure with
Well,
your
he
was
best
sa-
buddy.
He saved
comes
about
along.
20 people's souls.
Oh,
He
all
did.
the guys that
He
ate.
sacrificed himself. No, everyone at the nursing home. That was his final speech. Was I'm dying, but my soul's intact. Because if the mummy would have got you, the soul doesn't go to heaven or hell or wherever because it just gets crapped out.
You're just watching the mummy over
You
and
see-
over. Brendan
You see all the
Fraser's movie.
souls come out of the body, and then
Yes,
like,
and then
they
he.
go,
Oh yeah, he did relinquish the souls.
they go to heaven.
Did he poop him? Fart him out?
Also,
I can't remember.
I didn't know if it was
I
intentional,
wish
but
that would have been
he-
funny.
Yeah.
There's just one little. and it goes-
And they just
What I want, here's
I
a
don't-
question: could a mummy suck the souls out of Bubba Ho-Tep's ass and steal them?
the mummy is Bubba Ho-Tep.
No, another mummy.
okay.
So like a 69.
Like
You're just thinking about
like
this,
a, like,
like
a
an
pickpocket-
endless-
Rule
like a
34 sort of
Ouroboros.
depending on
Pickpocket.
mummy thing.
like a pickpocket.
I'm thinking like a Ouroboros, a mummy, like a snake
Like-
eating its own tail.
Oh, I see. I see.
Like
mummy
Bubba
sucking
Ho-Tep's
its own
asleep.
ass.
Bubba Ho-Tep's taking a piss at a urinal, and then another mummy sneaks up behind, prone like a video game,
Starts going to town.
and just slowly sucks it out. Like
No, because that would just be the residue.
this
An
would be a good
interesting
video game.
imagination you have.
That would just be like if a human sucked another human's ass.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But can you
Imagine
get the
if you were-
souls out?
Go at a
Souls.
urinal and another guy came up behind you because you pull your
But
pants
I'm-
down all the way at the urinal.
Yeah.
And then a guy
I
comes
pull
behind
them.
you and
I
starts
just take them off and fold them up and put
giving
them.
you
Like
On
in
the back of the
Casino,
tape.
when,
Yeah.
remember in Casino when he takes his pants off in his office?
Yes.
Robert De Niro.
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
So not Seinfeld too. Episode of Seinfeld. The
No,
maestro
dude,
did
we
that.
were almost done with this episode and we didn't even mention Seinfeld.
That's why I mean it's so much like life that it just comes up a lot. But anyway,
Moral
well,
of this
how come
story is-
how come the climax though took place in this like lawn out on this lawn, and then the
Well, they
both
had to go
things
to the
being
creek.
fire I thought was kind of like
Well,
This
here,
movie
check
setting
that's
us
what I
on
want.
fire twice.
I've
was
been
kinda
trying to
like-
ask this all episode.
exactly.
Was it intentional when because he gets lit on fire twice? He gets lit on fire in the grass and then the fire just goes out. But then when he's lit on fire in the water, it stays on fire. That didn't make any sense to me.
Well, it was a bigger fire,
Makes
right?
sense to me.
It was a bigger fire. It was the last of the gas.
Oh yeah, that's probably why. It was
Yeah,
sitting
there
on
it is.
top.
You know
of
what?
fire. That's how it goes.
I'm sucking my own ass on this one.
Look,
sucking the
this
soul out
movie
my own
cost
ass.
$500,000. This isn't even $1 million movie. This is so low
Mm.
budget, so it's pretty impressive.
It's
Look.
very impressive. And
It's
it's
all-
obvious that it didn't cost $1 million.
It shows you that all you need is creativity. If you have a great script,
Well, in talent.
you don't even need talent. You just need a great story. I've watched so many
Yeah.
bad exploitation movies. As long as you have a good hook and you play it right, that's all you need.
I mean,
Anything-
Bruce Campbell is basically an exploitation of the horror, right? He's like
he's the exploitation of horror, correct? Bruce
he's
Campbell.
the B rated horror guy.
You're saying he's like a I think you mean like parody of.
Yeah, well, he
Or like a
started that movie,
postmodern
right?
thing.
Didn't he wasn't he in the middle of like the creation of all of that cult B
No,
horror shit?
no. I mean, there's millions of horror
I'm wrong.
movies going
He
back
just
to
looks like
hundreds
those
of
guys.
years. 500 years ago, there's hundreds of horror movies. It's
Why are
all-
you
you know,
so hooked on the number 500 today?
500 years ago, there were 500 horror movies starring 500 different Bruce
And
Campbells.
they all cost $500,000.
dollars, yes, and they were the original exploitations of horror.
And honestly, I would walk 500 miles if I had to.
Here's the thing about
and
Bruce
Walk
Campbell.
500 miles to suck 500 butts.
I
500
would
dicks.
walk 500 miles so I could
That's
suck
your
500 butts.
I'd prefer
And
to
the
suck a
butt
butt than a
that
dick.
I am wanting
you
to suck is an elderly person's old moldy butt.
Whoa.
Yes, it's old butt.
Mm.
Yes, it's old butt. That's an old butt. Sucking old
Damn.
butts.
They fart in your face.
Just
while
so
you're
I
doing
get
it.
a little soul.
Think about how easy it would be to suck a soul
That's
out of
how-
an old person's loose asshole. Just
Did I not
Very,
tell you I worked at a nursing home for 4 years? It's so easy. It's the best part of the job.
it's just
You'll get
open.
benefits, but
It's just open and ready.
It's honestly because like the cheeks are so stretched out, the skin is so stretched out on the butt cheeks.
Tell
It's
me
like
about it.
it's like putting on a cheap latex Halloween mask to get into that butthole.
a
like an
rubber.
awesome, like a Alfred E. Newman mask.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
that's cool. And then sticking your tongue through the little mouth slit on the mask and like
Yeah.
wiggling it.
Yes, yeah. But imagine that mouth slit gaping.
Remember when
It's
Bruce
an old
Campbell?
person's anus.
Remember when Bruce Campbell gets a boner and then the nurse is like, "Ooh,
She's
you
kind
got
of
some
into
life
it.
in you," and it's like, doesn't he have like a cancerous growth on the end of his cock?
Yeah,
She's
she's
like,
just
"Ooh,
a good.
rascal."
She's good at her job. She's got a good attitude about a shitty job.
That's cool. I mean, you know,
I'd
she's a
be like-
mature woman. She understands. It's
I'd
not like
be
she's
like-
like at her age, she's gonna be like, oh my god.
Why don't you lick my tumor, girl?
Oh yeah,
Those
and
are-
he was like, come on, keep jacking me. off,
He goes.
He's like,
Why
"You-
don't you pull on it a little? Tug
dog,
on it."
you." Yeah.
Oh my God, penile cancer is not fun to look at, people. I'm just letting you know.
Is that a real reaction that you just did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, the
That was like a
penile.
punch
Yeah,
in
I
the
can see.
face.
I can see the reflection.
And this is a guy who's seen like the worst things on the internet.
It's
completely
a.
desensitized.
It's like this guy has like 3 brains sticking out above his
What
dick.
I mean, what if he goes?
that
Oh,
sounds cool.
what if it's
Giant
better reaction than
cancerous-
William going? Yeah, I mean, this looks normal. This looks like mine.
Oh my god, I have cancer.
I sent a picture in the chat. Adam, give
Yeah,
us
I'm not.
your reaction.
I'm not gonna look.
Give
at
us
that.
your-
No, I'm not
Give
doing
us
it.
your reaction.
Oh, I can only see the peripheral, but it was really bad.
His eyes are
I didn't
closed. Your
look at
eyes
it
are
directly.
closed.
No, I
Just look at-
squinted. I was like, well, I did. I was seeing
You
through
should-
eyelashes.
William,
and I
it would have
wasn't
been really
looking
funny if somehow you could have sent Adam a link to a picture of himself.
at it.
Look at this dick cancer. Dang it, he's forcing it.
Oh
mean,
man, you.
That looks like moldy
oh,
cauliflower.
dude. What the hell?
It looks good afterwards when they fix it, and it's just gone.
Where the
just
fuck-
gone
how
in
do I
a
close
hole
this?
with a tube.
I don't like this, William.
I can't close. I'm like desperately trying to close.
so am I.
Oh, I
can't.
just made it bigger. Okay.
He's like, oh, I just saved it into my special file.
Just my
Oh, it's so
wallpaper.
gross.
I just saved it and relabeled it into my special picture file.
Whoa,
Just sent
that's
that to
even
everyone in my
crazier picture.
contacts list.
It's like Last of
Oh,
Us.
my pants are falling off. Gross.
Yeah,
Remember
it's
Last
Whoa,
of
this
Us?
lubricant is coming out of the corner.
It's Last of
I'm
Us. He's
jerking, I'm
Williams, right?
jerking off to this. I can't.
The squeaker or whatever they're called, clickers.
They're just giant growths on
Oh,
a
in the
man's
field
junk.
or whatever.
Oh man,
I would go to the
So
doctor.
anyway,
That
I
shit
thought
happened to me.
well, yeah. What happened to you? You had a growth.
No, I mean, if I had a growth on my dick, I would go to the doctor.
Oh,
Yeah, why are you saying
I thought
that?
something
Like,
happened to
like
you.
that's like
Sorry.
a unique thought.
Sorry, I thought you were sharing this personal thing that you maybe told me about in confidence, and then I was like, oh, he's going to share this thing.
I'd probably try and burn
Sorry.
it off.
Can't remember,
No,
but no,
Adam,
Williams
no,
never been to
I
a
had a-
doctor for a
I had a
dick.
testicular cancer scare because I
That's what it
watched the
was.
Tom Green cancer
Oh, yeah.
special,
Oh, yeah.
and I felt like a veiny growth on my dick or my balls.
And then
So
what happened?
I went to the doctor and and the doctor was like, I don't feel anything. And she was hot.
Oh, this is a lady doctor.
I don't
you
taste-
got?
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
she was hot.
Oh,
Because I
this
don't
is
taste
I thought you just
anything,
showed your
woman.
balls to like an old man, and who was like, "You don't have cancer, you fucking idiot."
Wait, how'd you react to Lance Armstrong?
That's why I thought that story was very funny instead of awesome.
I thought Lance Armstrong was, you know,
Why did
He's
it
a
have to be
great- he's a-
Tom? Why did it have to be Tom Green to scare you? Because you relate
Tom
to
Green
Tom Green
was.
more.
I relate to Tom Green more. He was like, check your balls, kids.
Oh, I remember
And
he
I
did the
did.
special. Yeah, I probably saved some lives.
Hey kids,
Young
if you're
souls.
out there and you think you got cancer, feel your balls.
Take care of your souls and feel your balls.
All right, ratings. What do we
That's the
got?
moral. That's the fucking moral of the movie. Take
If
care
Bruce
of your
Campbell-
souls. Take care of your
Yeah.
souls and feel your balls, buddy.
I'm going
That's
four.
a radio out. I'm going 5 stars. Easy.
I'm going 4 stars. This is a fun movie. It's very good. A little more.
I'm
A little more action at the end would have been cool, but hey, you know,
yeah,
it's
it
all
kind
about
of-
it's the creativity.
It was kind
It's
of the
fun.
same
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, the ending was kind of the same twice. Like
It's
they
really low
killed it
budget.
twice. Dude, that was funny though, and it was unique and creative. I'm gonna hit it. I haven't seen a movie like that in a minute. 5 stars.
Damn.
It's not. I don't. And it is very
Doesn't matter.
rewatchable too with some friends.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to spoil the party. Let's just enjoy.
What's your
going out
rating?
on like a pleasant note.
Well, just tell us your rating.
One,
Not everybody has to
2,
like it.
No,
3.
knowing that the movie is so low budget, I'm trying to
Give us your real rating, your gut
My real
reaction. You
gut
didn't know
rating was-
You didn't know Don Cascarelli directed it.
No, I did halfway through. But I would give it 2.5 or whatever with the rating.
Milk
Budget
toast,
thing.
boring opinion.
Oh, I thought I thought it picked up. I thought it was really bad at the beginning, honestly.
Was it
And-
the dick growth? Was
And
the
I
only
didn't
thing you
like the
related to?
gross humor. I thought it was like
Too
annoying.
funny for you.
No, I didn't find it charming.
It was
So-
that part. The
But
gross.
you're a
I
charm
didn't-
with zilch.
But I didn't think the
No,
like
I
the
don't
growth
think
on his
so.
on his
That's true.
dingus. I didn't think that was like a huge. It was funny, but that wasn't like the funny shit. Was the whole of the JFK character
I
The
like
whole-
that, but also
the
like, why
whole
doesn't
of
he sound like
him-
JFK? Confused.
because he's not JFK, or is he?
Look, I get it. Adam is tired. You have to remember he has a
I'm
he has a
tired too.
he has a demon child that is waking him up at all odd
I have my own
hours,
Bubba Ho-Tep.
then goes to sleep, and then he has like the kid
I
gets a
love him.
nap, and then the kid wakes up and it's like, hey, I'm still ready to go. And Adam, he needs something more, you know.
Yeah, for real.
He needs to be told that the
If you don't
movie's
have a lot of
good.
time, don't worry about this movie. Okay, maybe should have mentioned that up front. But if you are an adult with any sort of real responsibilities, just don't worry about it.
If you have good taste in movies, watch this movie. If you have no personality,
Watch this movie. Maybe
or
get one.
are busy.
This might help you get a personality. Watch this,
if you're a cool guy,
Adam. You
with
can't say
who-
you can't say you're busy when we just spent an hour. You're just sitting in the shed for an hour recording this podcast for Mike.
This is my
Can't
one
say you're
time
busy,
to-
buddy.
This is my one time to socialize with people.
hell yeah, bro. How's it going? You loving the social hang?
This is very nice. I feel like I'm having like Aperol spritzes.
Well, let me
Is
ask you
out
this,
on the-
Adam.
I'm having a pink Moscato.
Yeah.
What kind of
that's
horror
all-
movie
that's part of it, yeah.
do you want to see?
I want to see something that has good chills and has a nice autumnal vibe. Okay?
A nice what
See, I
vibe?
mean,
Autumnal.
he's like Dr. Oz. He's just a fucking out of touch weirdo.
not a real
No.
doctor. He's like Dr. Oz. He's not a real doctor.
First of
This
all,
is
I'm not an out of touch weirdo, and I am a real doctor.
It's like
Okay.
I went to the store to get
I'm a boob
charcuterie,
doctor.
and the prices were outrageous.
Yeah, that video was awesome. I just didn't find it charming. That's all. I think you gotta find
Chill.
this type
You
of
want it
thing
to be
charming.
chilling and have autumnal. I mean, like, what do you really
I thought
want?
I thought it was
I actually-
super charming though. That's
Tell
crazy. I
us
thought it
what you
was super
want.
charming.
Use real
as a-
words. Don't be
as
clever.
an artist.
I like the middle a lot. Thought the beginning was boring. I thought the end like didn't really deliver in the way I wanted it to.
You want more violence, more action.
I don't know, more like I really liked when the mummy appeared. Like that first
Beautiful.
time
When
in
the
the
mummy
hallway. That
appears
was like
in the
good.
hallway, the light, and it's just all creepy.
Mhm.
That's cool.
And then
That
as he,
reminded me of
the
Phantasm stuff.
practical effects on this thing were fucking great. The practical lighting on this were insane.
What's the perfect horror movie for Adam? Let's break it down. What is Adam like?
The Monkey Key.
Monkey Bone?
Monkey
Bo-
key?
No,
Monkey
what's
Key?
Dude,
Skeleton
Monkey Bone
Key,
is not a
Skeleton
bad idea
Key.
for.
No, what's
this
the
month,
one
by the
with
way.
Have
with
you seen
Morgan
Monkey Bone?
Freeman?
No.
With Morgan
Okay,
Freeman.
well, I have
and
seen Monkey Bone many times.
It's good. With Brendan
Oh.
Fraser, dude.
Many
One of
times?
my
Whoopi
favorite
Goldberg,
scenes
Chris
in the
Kattan,
movie,
Stephen King.
in any movie, one of my favorite fucking
The
shots
dream
is
scene
when,
in Monkey Bone.
when
don't even
Brendan
get me started.
Fraser sinks into the hospital bed when he first goes into the coma, and like they literally cut out. It's so cool. It's just an overhead shot, and he literally sinks, and like the sheets sucking over it. Oh, it's so fucking
We should
cool.
save this for the Monkey Bone episode.
There
Are we
will be
actually
no
watching Monkey
There will
Bone?
be no Monkey Bone episode.
What?
Yeah, no, we got to
The
do. We
people
got to do
demand
a Crazy World, Monkey Bone,
Cool World.
Cool World, Monkey Bone,
Crazy
Dr.
Cool
Drop
World,
Dead Fred.
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit, which
These
I just
are
watched a
Halloween
few
Evil
weeks
movies.
Tunes.
ago.
Evil Tunes.
And no, and then
Evil Tunes
Space
is
Jam.
the exploitation.
Space Jam. We'll close it down with Space Jam.
Evil Tunes is the
The ultimate Halloween
exploitation.
movie.
I've never
Straight
heard
to
of it.
video version of like girls, like sorority girls in showers, and then like cartoon characters like peeking at him, going. Has like 4 minutes of animation, and they made it like this. They put on the cover. They're like featuring real animation from real old classic animators.
Everything is real. This
Sounds
is a
cool.
real movie.
Yeah.
real
Take it
world.
from me.
You've heard
Do
of
it-
Cool World. This is real movie.
Dude, Cool World is so awesome. I was watching the clip yesterday of like Kim Basinger dancing in the
Cool World
club
sucks, man.
to Thrill Kill
I haven't
Cult.
seen it.
Oh,
It's bad.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to this Bubba Ho-Tep episode. What should we do the rest of the week? Or month?
well, you never told us what you liked, so
Monkey Bone.
we're not doing Monkey Bone. We're doing horror movies this month. It's all
So
about
do you want to
horror.
like
Here,
a
hold on.
chilling, like an
I'm-
actual scary?
I'm
I,
raid.
I
I'm
don't
actually
care what Adam thinks anymore. I'm
actually keeping a list of stuff I'm probably on my list to watch for if I get to watch a Halloween movie or whatever.
What's on your list, buddy?
Barbarian.
Okay, just listen.
Anguish. Let me guess. Anguish.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what-
I forgot about that. I haven't seen that, but I heard it's good. Hour of the Wolf, Ingmar Bergman's only horror movie.
No, we're not watching
Silent
that.
Hill,
No.
Or the Orphan.
Underworld.
Creepy. I hooked up to
No.
a chick watching
Bram-
The Orphan.
Oh, that's cool. Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm just saying these
No.
are movies that I want to watch. I know,
Have you
not for the
seen Bram
podcast.
Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah.
Snooze.
Vampire in Brooklyn. Shirley.
No.
Shirley
I'd,
is.
I'd rather
a
watch
new movie.
Blackula.
That could be
Yeah,
cool.
Dracula's tight. So far,
No,
Dracula's the
no,
best
no,
movie
no,
on your
no,
list.
Blackula.
Blackula is good.
It's
But
fun.
wait, but this movie Shirley, which apparently is like a witch movie or something like that, but it's by Josephine Decker. It's like
Who
a new,
cares?
Who are these people?
new nightmare. I've never seen.
Oh, amazing movie.
Those are my and Monkey Bone.
What are we?
That's
What
I
are we
got so
watching
far,
next?
but
Shirley's that movie with Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Moss.
Yeah,
Okay,
Apparently
you
that's
are
a
not,
horror movie.
You are not picking. The
I'm not.
closest
These are
thing-
not for. These are not for the podcast. I'm just saying, like, this is stuff I.
This
might
is
throw on
Adam's
and see
personal list. Okay, this is Adam's
if it
personal
matches
list.
the vibes I'm looking for.
Critters.
And
Let's
by the
watch
way,
Critters.
you are not picking like
Ooh.
I ever have a
Critters.
I've never seen
Let's
it.
watch Critters.
Have
Can
you
we
seen
do
it,
one of
Ryan?
those? Yeah, when I was a kid, it terrified the shit out of me. That scene. There's like a scene where they.
Critters
go
is a
down-
Gremlins ripoff. It's like Gremlins.
Yeah,
Creep
so
Show or
it's
like-
better than Gremlins though.
What about Tales from the Crypt, or Creep Show, or Dark Side one? Like an
I
anthology.
never watched any of those because I didn't watch scary stuff growing up.
Tales from the
I
Dark
watched-
Side is pretty shitty.
I watched
that
like
as a kid.
Critters and Tremors. Anything
Gremlins.
that ended in oars. Tremors.
Oh yeah, I also threw out Garbage Pail Kids, but William,
No, that movie's hard to get through,
it's just
man.
whatever William wants to watch.
Look, here's the thing. I gotta pick
I
movies
don't.
Ryan
I'm not doing Garbage Pail. I just watched that last time.
Ryan is the key to the
QB.
podcast. Ryan is the guy who has seen almost nothing, and it's like we got to show
I'm
Ryan the
wearing the
good
glasses,
stuff.
bro. This is my
I don't mind.
podcast.
And also the
Um,
thing of like watching movies that are so terrible, like Garbage Pail Kids, or
Yeah.
other just utterly horrific movies. It's like
They're
well,
fun background party movies, but
Sure.
It doesn't actually. I don't think it actually leads itself to a funny conversation.
Fair. Okay. Well, do you got any ideas for coming up?
also
Oh, yeah, I got tons of movies.
we
You wanna
should
talk about
change
it?
the title of this podcast to Men on Ryan after what William just said.
I would love that.
Be a picture of a bunch of hunky guys dogpiled on Ryan.
Just,
the problem.
but no, I'm on the top.
The
Oh,
problem with
man.
that, Adam, is that I just
Top
don't. I
dog.
don't know.
He's wearing a shirt
I'm
that
wearing a
says
shirt.
Top
I'm wearing a tank top that says
has a-
Top Dog.
Dog on it. Go ahead.
I don't know how Adam will react
Go
to
ahead.
things,
Go ahead.
and it's like
Clear for Adam.
it's
Tell-
like
pick movies that are people say that you should like, and I'll probably.
Well, I have a question because I'm not a horror fan. Like movies like Friday the 13th, Michael, Jason. Those actually scary or are those campy?
slasher films. Some of those.
Oh,
some of them
okay,
are.
those are like
some of,
The
slasher.
Hunger or something like that, or, like-
Halloween is just
What's a truly
The Halloween?
scary
No.
like The
Sla-
Ring?
What about
that
Wolf?
kinda-
Starring Jack Nicholson.
movie sucks.
No, that's a
Mike
werewolf
Nichols'
movie, right?
Yeah.
Blows.
I heard the Benicio del Toro Wolf Man is really good.
I
Who
want to
told you
watch
that.
I saw it on Letterboxd.
Who told you that?
That's a guy I follow
A
on Letterboxd. Don't
criminal?
worry about
A fucking Benicio del Toro
Degenerate.
even hates that movie. Like,
it. Really?
who's a piece of shit? So,
That's not what I heard.
the greatest werewolf movie of all time. Brian, have you seen American Werewolf in London?
Yeah.
No,
Is that
man,
with
Paris.
I've seen one of those.
You've probably seen the original. Yeah, that movie's amazing. The Howling is good. That's the second best werewolf movie.
Underworld.
When it comes to horror movies, it's all about the 80s. All right.
Hades?
No.
Oh, eight,
That's
zero.
scary, dude.
Nuh-uh, I ain't doing no religious scares. Exorcist, is that scary?
Too scary.
I never seen the one where they look at the screen. It's that old lady with the high pitched voice.
The Ring.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. I'd never seen movies like that. Those are those actually scary still?
The first Poltergeist is extremely good. The second one is pretty good. The third one is not so
Is
good.
that where she crawls backwards on the wall and stuff?
They do that in so many movies.
That's an
Yeah,
Exorcist.
but didn't it, like,
I was just talking with somebody. They're
Exorcist?
saying like the Exorcist is like the first movie that did that. The crawling,
Hmm.
the backwards
The spider
toward
thing. Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Crab
the
walk on the
stairs.
ceiling.
Imagine seeing that for the first time.
Well, Hour of the
in a big
Wolf
movie
actually
theater,
has the
trying
first.
to look like a cool guy to your date. You see the scariest thing you've ever.
Just shit
never
your
even
pants in the
conceived
theater.
it.
You just it's
Yeah.
like a loud shit.
Yeah, you just unload completely your bowels into your pants,
That is a
and you're doing the hot
Soft-
popcorn
it's
trick
like-
at the time too, so you feel like extra stupid.
It's a weird Blumpkin situation. But I'm
She's not
telling you, it's
into
just
it.
like it's
She's not
just like
attracted to you at that moment.
wow, like the whole like it's just loud, and then you're like a sputter at the end, like a there's a wet sputter at
And
the
then like
end.
Like a splat.
Just one final,
Yeah.
I'm still. I'm
and then you just get up, and the popcorn, all the popcorn spills out, and now the popcorn is just parallel. As you
And you're
walk
holding
out,
your
just-
pants, try to pull the back of your
Your
pants
hand,
up.
you're just shit everywhere,
It's a two-hand situation.
and you still have to go. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, to get
Oh,
out of
no,
the
you're
aisle.
in the
Move with
middle.
some
You're in the
dignity
middle
still.
You're
of
you're
a giant theater. The exact
So
middle
there-
of a giant
it's
theater.
You
either
just
you
drive
put
away,
your-
you never see the woman again.
It's either you put your shitty ass towards the person, or your boner and a popcorn towards the person. Excuse me. You're just trying to.
That's always a choice. They can fight Club. I'm saying
A loud shit in the middle of a movie. God damn.
it was that scary. That's what I'm saying.
Because a person walked on the ceiling and it's just the camera's upside down or like the set's built upside down. You're like, oh my God. They're just tiptoeing on the ceiling.
It's quite shocking.
Like people from the concessions come in and like, well, I heard that. Was everything okay?
Movies used to be scary.
Why would you do that? I've never been in public and heard somebody shit before. I've never even thought about what that would be like if you heard somebody shit.
Oh man.
I saw somebody shit on Sunset Boulevard.
I feel like I've seen something.
I've seen
Fountains
people
of diarrhea.
Listen, I've seen people shit all the time. You're from San Francisco, right? I seen like 3 people shitting on the sidewalks, and I was there 2 days in San Fran. But I've never heard, but not seen somebody shit in a. Have you?
Right, in a dark room.
I've heard it. I've
no,
heard
in the
family members on holidays. You know, they eat too much, and you just hear it in the bathroom.
No, I'm talking about they clearly shit their pants and like if you heard it and they were at the dinner table still.
Yeah.
What about your toot? Adam? You have a young child who wears diapers. I mean,
does he just blow it out his ass?
Do you hear it or do you just? I mean, it's the smell. It's a quiet.
No, usually it's the smell or he'll like grunt. He's doing it.
You kind of
I'm shitting.
He toots it up.
The only words he knows right now are I'm shitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Help! I'm pooping. Help!
Very nice.
Hey, Dad. I'm gonna go take a shit right now. Okay. And he's like,
he dabs you. He dabs you on the way out of the room.
Back and we'll change you.
Goes into a corner, shits in a diaper.
It's insane.
It's a labor of love.
It's insane. That's how children work. I mean, it's filthy.
Well,
and you know who else works like that? The
Adults.
elderly.
Yeah, the elderly do.
And guys.
What if you had baby Elvis as a kid? He's like, hey, Daddy.
Comes out with a big.
Just gyrating.
I gotta go take a shit.
That's the Ally McBeal baby. Just dancing.
Yeah.
The New Year's baby or whatever.
He has the swishy hips, and all the other babies want to bang him.
Yeah, he's stealing diapers from black people.
And there's a Dutch baby that's who's trying to exploit him.
Stealing diapers.
He hears like a black baby go goo goo gaga, and then he just ooh goo goo gaga.
Tom Hanks is like, give me your baby. I give you your child.
Tom Hanks is in 3 fat suits for some reason.
Yeah. He's like Fat Bastard in Austin Powers.
I heard that he didn't.
Give me that baby.
It's Tom Hanks.
I heard he didn't know that he looked like that. The guy looked like that or whatever when he signed on, that he looked and was such a ridiculous person and stuff with that accent and everything. I thought he was like a guy.
He had did he talk like Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, Tom Hanks doesn't really sweat
in the movie.
He doesn't really sweat the details when he takes a part on a giant movie.
Or takes a seat in a private plane.
Never travel with Tom.
St. James.
Is that a Seinfeld reference or something?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Seinfeld.
He was on the logs.
Seinfeld would love Jeffrey Epstein.
Thought you were gonna say Dahmer.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised he's not on it, honestly. That's a good. People talk a lot of shit about Jerry, but he's not on the flight logs.
Yeah, because he probably was too fucking annoying.
No, I think he was just doing it in New York on his own. No, he was dating a fucking 17-year-old when all that stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That was way before that.
The 90s. It all happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
Then something had to happen to ruin the party.
What's the Leonardo DiCaprio thing? He's never dated anybody over 25, and all of his girlfriends that turn 25 is the year when he breaks up with them.
He's currently dating a 27-year-old.
He's growing up.
He's purposely, now that he's 60 years old, he's decided to change his ways.
That's cool.
Ew.
See, it's fine.
He's not 60.
He's a 60-year-old man. He's shitting his pants in public.
I doubt he is. What's eating Gilbert grape? Grapes are pretty good for your bowels.
Oh, you think the title's What's Eating Gilbert, comma, or Ellipses?
Question mark.
and you're also misunderstanding.
Is that why she's so fat? She ate all them grapes?
Yeah.
She's a
Gilbert's
beautiful
mom should have
mother.
eaten some grapes. Yeah. I remember being affected by that trailer. I didn't see the movie when I was a kid, but I saw the trailer. And I remember seeing her like getting airlift or like craned out. She wants to see her son. Incredibly fat.
I remember falling in love with John C. Riley because of that movie, and then I didn't know anything. I didn't know who he was at the time when I saw it, and I was like, "This the funniest character in this whole movie." Every time it cuts to him, he's just talking about hamburgers. The new hamburger spot opening up, the new fast food joint is just opening up. Every single dialogue in that movie that John C. Riley has, he mentions the fucking hamburger spot.
It's a
He's
good role,
obsessed with his hamburger spot.
He's
Yeah.
hilarious. He could play Elvis. I would love to see him in a Bubba Ho-Tep.
He did. I mean, well, he did what he did that
played
Johnny Cash. Yeah.
Same thing.
Walk Hard.
Same. It's the same thing, basically.
No, Elvis is
Come
too
on.
hunky.
So yeah, Bubba Ho-Tep. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Bubba Ho-Tep, 5 out of 5. Easy.
If you don't like it, well, I don't want to do any personal straw man attacks, but it means you're a charmless zilch. I hate to say it.
Zilch, bitch. You just got zilch.
I don't know. I think it's okay if you don't like it.
If you're on the fence about it, you have a little charm.
Listen to me.
A teeny bit of charm. A
Little-
petite amount
it's-
of charm.
I did like the middle. I said
Adam judges movies on two
I'm a middle
things:
guy.
chill, and charm. He's a chiller
What's a-
charm guy. We got
What's
to do a
movie
chiller
that had-
charm meter.
I would love to
vibes.
know what's a movie that has chilled you, Adam, that you actually were chilled.
Like
keep
you still
saying-
think about.
Um,
Like you still think about.
It's like, whoa, that was chilling.
I was chilled by Don't Look Now.
I don't know what
And
that
then
is.
Don't Look
Oh
Now.
my god.
Angst. I was chilled by the first time or two I saw it.
Mars Attacks. I'm not even making a joke. Mars. It is kind of a
it's
joke, but
well
I'm
documented.
yeah.
Jack
Mars
Nicholson.
Attacks, dude.
Holy shit, look at these fucking Martians.
Is he in that?
Let's do the
Yeah,
Shining
every celebrity's in it. No, that's
or
too
Mars
long.
Attacks.
Do a
Oh,
Night
The
at
Shining. The hotel. The only part I remember of that movie is when he sees the old witch lady, the old zombie lady in the fucking bathtub in the hotel room, and it chases him out.
Yeah.
That scene fucking sticks with me, dude.
Funny,
the remake.
funny description of that. What happened in that scene?
And he
Shining
like
is
has
very
sex with it,
good.
right?
No, it's like a hot lady in the tub.
And then she turns into like an old
and
zombie.
then she walks up to him and they embrace and kiss. And then he
Yeah.
looks at his hand and he's like pulling off like rotting flesh. And it's like an old witch who's like laughing. And then she starts like following him in a very
Creepy man.
killing, charming way.
Chilling.
It's very charming.
She swung them hips, right?
But we've all seen The
Oh, yeah.
Shining. Let's do one where
Just
we
that.
haven't all seen it.
Fine.
I don't want to see The Shining.
Why is
I
it, so
wanna be
Hour of the
scared.
Wolf is bad, you're saying?
It's just we're not going to do an Ingmar Bergman movie.
Why not if it's good? Like Persona is
Shut
scary. It was like
up.
a freaky movie
You-
that's like fun to watch and talk
It's
about.
not going to be
like
fun to
dull.
quote and do impressions of foreign movies. It's difficult.
I don't really do impressions. Maybe that's why.
Dreamcatcher.
No,
Well, fuck me. You
I-
just caught that dream and threw it down the toilet.
I would do
You know what the
Phantoms before
scariest movie
Dreamcatcher.
is? The Faculty.
Faculty's a classic.
The Faculty is chilling.
We're
Let's
doing
do
Night
it
of
just-
the Creeps.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but we should name our podcast that.
I think so.
Well, we
also.
record during the day, so
Bay of the Creeps.
the day of the Creeps,
Way to go with
yeah.
the bit, Adam.
Well, we record during the day.
Just pointing it out. I think it's a good idea.
Fuck, you're right.
What about Day of the Creeps?
What about Day of the Crepes?
Oh,
And we just are become a food podcast.
Ooh, Night of the Crepes, and we eat crepes while we
At night.
watch the movie. All right, I go.
Later, bros.
See you guys.
Cool. We ended on a high note.